Haha! We've gone straight into it. We've gone straight into it, mortals. You didn't expect this. A surprise attack. There was no loading screen. There is nothing to load. We're already here. Yes, welcome, mortals. Welcome, welcome, welcome. To any who should be here. Now, together, we shall be plumbing the depths of this great game called Townscaper, which is a calming and meditative experience. And while I do so, I shall regale you with tales of my exploits. My legendary exploits. As you know, I'm a powerful being, that much is quite obvious. So, we're just going to jump right into it, because why not? So, if you do not understand the game Townscaper, if you haven't seen it before, the concept is simple. When you click with the left mouse button, it creates. When you hit the right click, it goes away. You can change the color of the buildings over here and all that kind of thing. But for now, let's go with red. So, it's really a beautiful procedurally generated. Well, not procedurally generated. That's the wrong way of it. There's a pattern for all things. There's ways of making certain things appear, but it all comes out rather lovely. Look at that. Look at that. We've already got something. And look at this. Oh no, I can't. Wait. How does one do this again? I forget. But there's a way to make stairs to the beach. Now, while we're getting to grips with this, if the audio's okay, I hope the audio's okay. Mortals, you're much better with tech things than I am. So if the sound is a little too low, or the game is louder than me, or I'm louder than the game, feel free to just. There we go. That's what we needed to do. Look at that. Very nice. But yeah, just give me a shout. The animations are very appealing. Look at this. Look at this. They just kind of pop in, and they live little bits when they go. This is a game with a lot of love, a lot of soul. But we must dream bigger. We must dream bigger than this. Oh, I'm always glad to introduce people to things that I love, and this is Townscaper is certainly one of that. So another thing is that the grid. Oh, we'll have to. It might take a while to get into the storytelling models, because there's just so much I'd like to talk about for this game. My volume? Something like that? Is that good? Is that okay? I'll wait for your response, but in the meantime. Oh, the music is slightly higher. Oh, so it wasn't. Oh, okay. Hold on. How's that? How's that for the music? Anyway, we can't. This as scuffed as I am. This entire thing cannot just be checking the technical difficulties. So. I'm always glad to introduce people to things that I love, which is one of the reasons I'm doing this. So, Townscaper, it's a very niche thing, because it's not a game per se. There's no way of winning. There's no way of losing. You just create. One can almost call it a neat little toy, but it's more than that. It's just a very pleasant experience. People have put hard work into it. I mean, it's basically one person. Anyway, the grid is not perfect squares. It's not perfect squares models. This is a funnily shaped grid. Oh yes, these are some lovely sound effects. They just got added. But look at this. Look at this grid. So it just kind of is naturally taking this shape as we go. We'll see. It's almost like you're uncovering it. Look at this. Yes. Let's do something like this. Ah! This is one of the 5-sided spaces. We're gonna build a little tower there. Look at that, very nice. Oh, the camera. It's going all skew wiffle. But yes, mortals, this is a very excellent game, and it's very relaxing, very meditative, and you can just put it on and go. I've lost plenty of hours to this game, which is why I decided on it for a stream that would be not just about the game itself. As you know, I am an incredibly powerful being. Maybe this should be like that. I'm an incredibly powerful being. This is known. This is a fact that you know about me. So, I obviously have had many adventures, many stories, and many tales have been told about me. But I shall tell you some myself. I will tell you of my glorious exploits. And if you happen to have any questions as well, this is well, it's not exactly a Q&A, but if you happen to have any questions about I mean, just while we're doing the stories, if anything pops into your head, we're already talking, so I'll answer it. It's simple as that, but don't feel pressured. Now, where to start? That's the question. Where to start? I've had so many escapades. The ice wolves. Will we start with the ice wolves? That seems rather. It's kind of plain, but yes. We'll. Oh, look at that. Nah, I don't like that one. We'll start with the ice wolves. Have I met Zagreus along my travels? While I have played the game Hades and really like Zagreus, I have not met him in person yet. I have yet to meet him in the flesh because while I myself often reside in the fiery bowels of hell, I can go where I please. I'm a powerful being. Zagreus is he's just never crossed my path. We've just never seemed to meet. But he seems like a stand-up guy. So the ice wolves. Basically, my master, who trained me in combat and the mystical martial arts. My master took me out on a. No, I don't want to do that. Let's say it was a hunting trip of sorts. These wolves had been bothering the local wildlife, and at first we thought they were ordinary wolves because I mean, yeah, wolves. They exist. You all know that wolves exist. That's not even a question. But maybe we'll make this the path connecting to another district. But for now, I'd like to focus on the red district a bit. Maybe increase the verticality a bit, something like that. So the wolves were. We tracked one of them down, and saw that not only was it bigger than an ordinary wolf, it had a incredibly shiny ice blue coat. And that coat, it glimmered in such a way that you could tell that it simply was not a natural being. Now this is embarrassing to admit, but I charged right at it. I thought this is no problem. I had no caution, but I was weak then. I wasn't as strong as I am now. So of course, the wolf leapt at me and grabbed me in its jaws and carried me off. I was separated from my master. It was terrible. I really wish that I really wish I hadn't been quite so foolish. But alas, yes, this district is, I think, pretty much done. Maybe just something along that. No, that looks bad. Yeah, let's move that to here. Yeah, fire versus ice. Yes, well, that actually is part of the story. But, when I can use a little bit of every element, obviously, naturally, of course. But fire is where I resonate the most. So let's make a new district over here. And start building with blue. Yes, it was very much like Luke Skywalker. So the ice wolf had captured me. It took me to its lair. Well, yeah, basically again like Luke Skywalker, to eat me. I was to be a snack. Now, at this point, I'm frozen. I can barely move. The bite of an ice wolf. If you've ever been bitten by an ice wolf, mortals, you probably have not. Ooh, that's actually rather nice. We'll keep that. But we do want to have. I've got it. There, a little arch. Now that'll get us all the way to the rest of the district. So the bite of an ice wolf, it paralyzes you. It freezes your bones. It chills you to the core. So you simply cannot act. You cannot take any kind of any action. You can't move. You're frozen. So I was in a very precarious spot. I was in a very precarious spot, mortals. There were at least 6 or 7 ice wolves, large, hulking beasts. If you've ever seen, they were not the size of a wolf, but the size of a bear. Their fangs were sharp. They could bite through steel, these ice wolves. And I was completely at their mercy. Now, you might think at this point that I simply waited for my master to save me. And I may well have. I was weak at this point. But it so happened that I had been... This actually looks rather nice. But maybe if we build it up, it won't look as nice. Maybe? As it so happened, I had been learning a new technique. You see, in order to truly channel the fire element, I had been learning to ignite a fire in my heart. You ignite a fire in your heart. When one ignites a fire in one's heart, one can draw a great deal of power from it. And that's what I did when I was faced with the ice wolves. I simply ignited a fire in my heart. This was very difficult. I could barely manage it in training, and this was a real live fire situation. So I was not sure I could pull it off. But I went for it. And I thought to myself, I must escape. I must get out of here. I must defeat them. Ah! And with passion, I ignited a fiery blaze inside my heart and let that spread to the rest of my body, which thawed me out, and I was free, but I was still facing down all of these ice wolves. Yes, something like that. Does this technique have a name? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked, because it does have a name. Its name is heartburn. The technique to light a fire in one's heart to gain the mystical power of fire, is called heartburn. And there is a... We'll get to it in the story, but there's another version. There's something that uses heartburn, another technique. Many techniques spring from heartburn that I used against the ice wolves. Now something like... Actually, maybe... Something like that. Yeah, something like this. The ice wolves stared me down. They stared me down. They stared me dead down, because I just burst out of the freeze. I was thawed out. I was unfrozen. But I was still facing down all these ice wolves. And obviously they would not take kindly to any sort of interloping. I was going to be lucky to get out of there alive. But I'd activated the technique. Now I'm ashamed to say that instead of running away and getting my master, which I should have done, I did it. I went and attacked. The problem with that is that I had no fire type moves. I could not yet shoot fire. I couldn't shoot fire, mortals. There was no There was no way for me to manipulate fire in such a way that I could shoot it. Yeah, this actually kind of makes a nice... Let's end it here. And then maybe we can make an arch, because this has a theme of arches. Let's have an arch going through this one. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And there's a little lamp there. Now, the problem of not being able to shoot fire is obvious. I didn't have the elemental advantage of the ice walls. All I could do was not freeze. That was the best I could do. So I'm there wailing away with my bare fists at these ice wolves. We're going blow for blow. I have to dodge their bites. Their claws gash me. And this is back when it was easier for me to bleed. Before I had perfected the defensive arts. So I did bleed, and I bled profusely. Oh. Yes. I bled profusely, and it was a dangerous battle. It was a dangerous scuffle. Maybe like that? No. Actually, that's sloping down to the sea. That's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. So what we should do is something like that. We need to have it. I don't know how to make that happen. Never mind. It can be hard to make this game do what you want, so you just have to kind of go with it. But the point is, the ice wolves. We fought. There was not a wolf among them named Andreas. No, none of them had names. They were beasts. They were savage beast mortals. They were savage beasts to be put down, to be slain, to be destroyed. They had no names. Had they a name before I came upon them, they would not have it afterwards. So let's expand out to this side. And put something like that. Like so. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. There's actually a way to make flying cities in this, but you require a perfect circle, which we do not have, and I do not know how to find. This is no. So maybe another district already. Already, we're not even done through my. Oh, this goes fast. We'll have to start. We must start building something massive, something truly massive. Let's go out from here. Anyway, the Ice Wolves, we fought. It was a battle that raged on for a good half hour, which does not sound like a lot of time, but it was in the moment where a second is an eternity. That half hour was several lifetimes for both me and them. We fought, we pummeled, and I was nearly defeated. But I'll tell you what I did. I thought to myself, I cannot fall here. And I activated, for the first time, one of my signature techniques. I invented this, I didn't learn it from my master. But I invented the technique known as Blazing Breaker. And what it does is it ignites the fire in my heart. But it does so in such a way that it lets the blaze run out of control. It creates an inferno around me. Armor of purest fire. That's what it does. It's a powerful technique. I can't sustain it. Well, I couldn't sustain it for very long back then. Now I can use it as much as I want. But Blazing Breaker really helped me out of a jam. I assumed pure fire, and once I had assumed pure fire, the Ice Wolves were no match. I simply pummeled them. They could not resist me. The real problem with Blazing Breaker, though, the real problem with it is that if you let the fire in your heart burn too out of control, then it can cause damage to yourself. So that's something you really have to watch out for. It's not as dangerous as the cursed demon residing in my arm. Oh, I just realized this is still blue. Oh, well, we'll just kind of leave it here. I had wanted to make it a different color because it's a different district, but oh well. Oh, all the lore you want! All the lore and more! This is endless lore. I mean, I didn't melt the ice wolves. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the ice element. Let me tell you something about the ice element. Now, you mortals might not get this because you're not mystic martial artists. But the ice element, everyone is always like, oh, the ice element, oh, just melt it with fire. You can't. You cannot, like, fire is effective against ice, but you really think that magical ice, that mystic ice, that any form of supernatural ice is simply going to get melted by fire? I've tried it. It's not going to happen unless your power simply overpowers theirs to a great degree. Mystic ice is stronger than you give it credit for. Let's go with some green, and I really want to make something big. So we'll go in this direction. Oh, the demon does not pay rent. The demon does not pay rent at all. Are you kidding me? I wish it would pay rent. The demon does nothing useful. Nothing useful at all. Unless I meet an enemy unless I meet an enemy that I cannot defeat. If I meet an enemy that I cannot defeat, I have no choice but to unleash the demon that is lurking, the nameless demon lurking in my right arm. What about thermite? No, thermite can't, mortal technology, you really think that's going to do you any good? Are you kidding me? You can't just use thermite's not going to burn mystic ice. It's not just about temperature. It's not just about temperature. It's about energy. It's about power. Yes, the demon does live rent-free. It does not pay rent. Alas. What are my thoughts on ice and water? Separate elements or ice is a subtype? This is a very excellent question. I'm surprised at it. You are a learned scholar indeed, mortal. There is actually some debate over this. There was some debate over this with my master and my fellow pupils. Is water because like there's no hard guideline. Everyone has their own opinions. Mortals just put labels on things, but things are not nearly so cut and dry. The mystic energies of the universe, the nexus of power, the web of causality is not nearly as simple as your mortal frameworks would imply. But I am of the opinion that water is its own element. And I wouldn't say that if I hadn't been completely and utterly obliterated in a sparring match against a water user. Okay, completely different from ice. I've fought ice, I've fought water, it's different. Yes, thermite does have stored chemical energy, and that is useful against things that don't have mystic energy. It would take an impossibly absurd amount of thermite to, you wouldn't be able to fit all that thermite around the mystic ice. So it's pointless. So let's just go ahead and go. I might make it like this. No, you shouldn't combine water and wind either, because the thing about wind is it's also its own element. It's very useful, very convenient. Now let's I'll show you guys something neat in this game while babbling on about the elements. It should be called cold, is what you're saying. It should be called cold. Ice implies a close relation to water. Well, here's the thing. In mystic martial arts, ice is not... it's not just cold. It's not just freezing things. It's ice. It's not just freezing things. If it was just freezing things, it would be called... Like, if it was just lowering the temperature of things. Like fire is not about raising the temperature. Fire is more than temperature. Ice is more than lack of temperature. Look at that. Look at that lovely green field. Look at that. Very nice. Actually, that makes a good, good entryway. Where's the door to get in here? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do it. Technically speaking, fire is spicy air. No. They're like, see, this is what I'm saying. Your mortal classifications, anything could be called anything. But I'm here to tell you, I'm an expert. And cold, ice is not just cold. Ice is the primal force. It is associated with many things, not just the cold. Not just the cold. It represents both stability and fragility. It is the ice. The element of ice is the reflection of the moon in a mirror. That is what ice is. It is to see an endless abyss of snow. It is the cold chill of death. The cold chill of death. Many death-based attacks carry ice-aspected elements. People shouldn't think that ice and water are the same. Listen to what I've been telling you. They're different. They're very different. Water is fluidity. Ice is rigidity. They're completely different. If you just think, oh, well, ice is water, but in another state, that's mortal thinking. That's mortal thinking. You need to think beyond. You need to think beyond. All right, let's add a second layer. Second level. Ice is very cool. All the elements are very cool. Everything from wind and lightning to ice and water and fire and earth. The elements are all very cool. But ice is especially cool. But if you don't have an there are some people, mortals, who agree with you, but they're fools. They're foolish practitioners. Ice can also flow. This is true, but it doesn't flow the same. It doesn't flow the same. It doesn't have the same fluidity of water. Of course, ice can move. How do you think ice moves ice attacks move in the first place? Now, if I recall correctly, I should be able to create some sort of... Aha! By creating a green space and then... Yes, look at this. Oh. Interesting. So we'll do like this. Yes, look at this. Look at this. This is lovely. Opinion on the sorry about that. Mortals. Opinion on the Chinese elemental system versus the traditional European one. Fire, water, wood, earth, metal. That one is also that one is also very good. I myself was trained in the Western alchemical elements, but that is also good. If you've ever fought a metal practitioner, it hurts. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Their fists are so strong. They just punch you with not just steel, the essence of steel. It hurts so much. It is a pain you mortals couldn't possibly bear. But it's a good element. It's a good element. Glass, interesting that you bring up glass. Glass is a very interesting element. Glass, not many people use glass, because it's not a classical element. It's a modern element. Thus, the practitioners of glass are people who decided to just like roll with it. They were inspired by mortal use of glass and decided to use it as their element. And that's, no, you don't get many thinkers like that. You don't get many thinkers like that at all. But they did it. Oh, wait, actually, wait. Maybe we can create windows. Maybe we can create windows. We can create kind of a... Oh, look at this. Yes, this is kind of nice. But yes, glass is a fascinating modern element for practitioners to use, because so many people aren't like no one's trained in how to deal with glass, and glass has so many aspects. You have the aspect of reflection, the aspect of shattering. There's like glass is also an excellent container, a vessel. It's all very impressive. It doesn't matter whether glass is a liquid or a solid. The important point is what people believe glass is to be. All the element. It's all about the power of perception. The eyes of man are what rule the universe. The eyes of man are what rule the heavens. Okay? The eyes of man are what rule the heavens. That was something we had to learn. Okay? You would be surprised how much is based purely on perception. Yes, let's just connect that up so it looks nice. Does that does change it a bit, but maybe like this? Yeah, like that. And then we've got this this lovely thing, and then we can have some little extra spires on top. Glass is crunchy sand. Now sand. Sand! Oh, sand. You don't want to fight somebody using sand. You don't want to be fighting somebody using sand. You see somebody using sand, mortals, you turn right the hell around, because if you've ever had somebody manipulate a whole, like, just, okay, so, this happened to me the one time, and I'll never be over it. I'm like Anakin from Star Wars, but this happened to me the one time. Another mystic martial artist just straight up punched a load of sand down my throat, like a torrent of it. He just straight up punched it down my throat. My guard was down. I'll admit that. My guard was down. But, in my defense, I mean, what can I say? I got cocky. I really like the curve there. I want to keep it. I really got cocky. But just, he punched the sand right down my throat. No, it wasn't pocket sand. No, it wasn't pocket sand. This isn't somebody just kind of tossing sand. This was somebody who can make sand appear from their fists, punching me into my open mouth and ejecting sand with the force of the punch. And it went right down there and tore up my insides. I had to go full Phoenix mode in order to deal with that. Like, I straight up burned everything. It was all fire to get rid of the sand. And what happens when, like, normally, what happens when you get sand? When you heat up sand? Glass. So what I did was I set everything on my insides on fire, right? This bit was good. It almost makes getting punched with the sand worth it. But what I did was I set my insides completely aflame, turned the sand into glass, and shot shrapnel of glass. I launched it. I breathed glass right back at him. He wasn't expecting it. The fool, he didn't think about how our elements combined. That's something you always got to think about when sparring. You got to think, okay, what are they using, and how will that affect me? Yeah, this looks rather nice. It wasn't what I was going for, but nothing really is. So let's make a new district. But yeah, it was pretty metal. Guy was in the infirmary for a day straight after that, and I was fine because all of the sand was out of my system. There was more to the fight before it, but that was pretty much the grand spectacle of it. That was the thing, everybody. Because we had an audience, they were fellow students, and I was like, I don't want to be embarrassed. But it hurts. It hurts to set your hold on. It hurts to set yourself on fire, or your insides on fire deliberately, and spitting out glass. It's not easy on the throat. This far, maybe further. This one's just gonna kind of. Yep. Something like this will do. Does sand count as earth or metal element? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. There are as many elements as there are aspects of the universe. Elements are made of... Okay, let me walk you through some basic philosophy. In mystic martial arts, elements are made up of aspects. Alright? Which is why ice is not just cold. Elements are made up of aspects. Aspects are determined by the eyes of man affecting the heavens. And they determine the elements. So if something is perceived to be a certain way, you can draw upon it as an elemental power. So sand is its own thing, but all of the elements are interconnected because nothing is isolated. No force on this plane is isolated at all. So sand is so yes. When somebody says like sand is earth plus wind, they're not speaking wrong. There is some aspects present to this is the same thing with with water and ice. Like they share some aspects. They're connected. Everything is connected. Classifications of mystical energy states. I don't know if that's phrased as a question, but I don't know what you're asking me to answer. But yes, the whole element, like there's so many elements you could, and the new ones are being discovered all the time. I myself don't invent any, but others do. I'm not really the type of sort to go out and experiment to create. I think somebody did straw. I think somebody did straw once, and it was just army of scarecrows. It was brutal. I heard about it. Army of scarecrows. I would have set them all on fire if I was there, but I wasn't. A lot of stuff goes on in this world. How does thunder lightning work? Well, it's quite simple. Oh wait, we're building with the same color again. Change to yellow. Is this yellow enough? Yes, this is yellow enough. I suppose they would work similar to elements in mortal chemistry, kind of. I mean, yeah, if one thinks of like valence as protons and electrons as kind of like aspects, kind of, but in a more romantic sense. But thunder and lightning, I mean, it's pretty simple. Thunder and lightning have it's basically the same element. But there are a couple of nut jobs that say that thunder and lightning are two different categories, but they're the same element basically. There's some sonic. There's the aspect of sonic, but there's also obviously the aspect of electricity, the aspect of energy. There's a little bit of fire in there because, as you know, oh, we're just building the same thing again. Let's go vertical this time. Let's go real vertical. But the where was I? I've completely lost track of where I was talking about. I was talking about elements. I was talking about which one? Right, lightning. So yes, the fire, like there's a bit of fire in there, but I mean you know electricity. It's Sonic is speed element. Oh, well, I missed your question, Ilskazonic. I'm so sorry. I've been engrossed in talking. Yeah, electricity does produce heat. Exactly. They share that aspect. You can make heat with with many aspects, with the fire aspect, with steam, with the electricity aspect, with the electricity element as well. You can invoke the aspect of heat. That's what like. I mean, like I assume that's what actual spells are made out of. I'm only a mystic martial artist. Does this mean that there is some fundamental base unit that you could use to classify mystical elements? I've gotten to it. If there is, it is not yet perceivable to... It is not yet perceived by anyone. Like, we haven't found it yet. But everything's got to be made up of something. Like, mortals have found their thing. Everything's got to be made up of something. So why not? So why not? So why not? We haven't found it yet, but who knows what the future holds for the state of mystic martial arts research. Mostly we just use it to punch each other, though. There are some scholars, but mostly we just use it to meditate and punch each other. I have more skills than mystic martial arts, but that's where a lot of my elemental background comes from. Fist element! Aira, hey! What? Are you already done with your stream? Hello! It's good to see you. There actually is a fist element. Some crazy guy actually went and, for mystic martial arts, which already involves using your fists, made a fist element. Nobody likes that guy. Nobody likes that guy. He's not fun. But he went and did it, and his punches are more punch than any other punch. They're pure punch. He is a punch wizard in that all he does is punch. But yes, speaking of sheep and the sheep coin, I wanted to say this earlier, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to start gushing about Era so early. So I just kind of held it in. But someone did invent a wool element. Someone did invent a wool element, and it is very soft and very fluffy, and it's so comfortable that you don't even realize that you're being completely murdered by the other guy until it's too late. I like on the face of it. Oh wait, what if we? Yes, we can create a big space inside, like so. Very nice. Now we want that to go. But yes, there's a wool element, and it is so soft and so fluffy and so comfortable. If you like it can be used for non-punching purposes, but when it comes to like utilizing it, the techniques are all based around. If it's not illusions, it's based around just kind of creating so much comfort that your opponent doesn't want to fight, and then it's like putting a pillow in someone's face and then beating the ever-loving hell out of it. Comfy way to go. But you can combine elements too. It's like if I were to take, I don't use any wool techniques myself, but I could combine them with a fire element, or you can combine steel with a steel element and make steel wool. It basically does inflict the sleep status. That's basically it. If I build this higher, I can make multiple levels. Suffocation time. Yes, it's just... it's so soft. I can't believe she got me with that one. That was... I lost sometimes. I lost sometimes in my mystic martial arts sparring time. I'm ashamed to admit it, mortals. I was not always as powerful. I was once a bit of a scrub. Oh, but those were the days. Anyway, I've talked at length about the power system, but we really should get to another tale. We talked about shit. Maybe dragons? Maybe dragons. Maybe we'll talk about the dragons. But there's not much to tell about the dragons. Uh-oh. There we go. Something like that. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Whatever works. Oh, there's more questions about the elements, so we'll get to the dragons in a bit. Could a metal elementist wear clothes made of steel wool? Yes, you could. Yes, they could. They could do so quite easily because, well, I mean, I say easily. It does take some amount of effort in order to convert the nature of elements. If something is like ice, you can move that, no problem. Let's take something really fluid. Let's take water, okay, and say you want to make water that is solid. That is harder than making water that just kind of flows, because you're making the element act against itself. It can be done, but it's really only done by people who just don't have the option to use what else they really want to use. Like, because why wouldn't you just use Earth or something like that? What kind of dragons live in Wales? I have no idea. I've never been to Wales. We didn't train in Wales. I'm sure if I had, I might have gone out for a bit of dragon slaying, which is what the tale is about. Well, mostly attempted dragon slaying. What to do here? Dragon whales, duh. Oh! Wait. Mortal? You know about the dragon whales? Are you kidding me? You're very learned for somebody who is not a powerful being such as me. That's very impressive. There aren't many dragon whales in the world. Most of them keep to the sky sea. So mortals can't get a glimpse of them, Opson. Not at all. But they're majestic creatures. They're truly majestic creatures. No, these were regular dragons. No, they weren't dragon whales. Let's see. Let's see. Here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's make some more of these. Come on. Alright. So yeah, it would be itchy to use steel wool. That is true. That is very true. It would be itchy to use steel wool for any kind of clothing. Who says you're not a powerful being? Are you a powerful being? That's most mysterious. Ah. I was so shocked by you possibly being a powerful being that my mouth was agape. You're a powerful being. I mean, you could be. But if you are, I might have to fight you. And I will win. Give me a second. Let me, I'll be right back. All right, am I coming through? Is everything good? Sorry about that. There was so some skeleton rolled up on me. Some skeleton made a fire. Well, not made a fire. His bones were burning. He thought he was hot stuff, and he came up to me and challenged me to a fight. So I had to. So real quick, I had to basically char his bones to ash. I just tapped him. I just tapped him. But some people can't take a punch, it seems. Cocky son of a gun. Anyway, let's see what's been going on while I was... Yep. Ah, rat magic. You're asking me if there's rat magic. That is what you're asking me. Well, yes. Animals can be elements, but it's kind of wonky. It can get kind of wonky. It's mostly a shamanistic thing. Oh, he had a bone to pick with me. I had a bone. Oh, he's got no bones now. Not even the slightest. There we go, like that. And then we can just kind of put... a lovely little house here. And that's this lovely little place. Kind of like maybe something here or something over here. Anyway, the where were we? Where were we? The dragons. Yes, the dragons. Okay. So, dragons. They're a thing. They're real. You all know this. I assume you learnt it in mortal school. But dragons are a thing, and they can be friendly, but some aren't. And it's a non-friendly one that I went to deal with. Basically, we kind of got assigned these little jobs. Like, think of it like I was still in training. I was an apprentice of mystic martial arts. Think of it as a kind of like an unpaid internship. Like, you know, when you're in a mortal high school and they're like, go for a week at this workplace for free and, you know, see how it is. Something like that, I guess. In that they sent us out and we would have to do like actual work that a professional did. That a professional mystic martial artist did. Greetings, Congo. I'm regaling the time I first encountered a dragon. So we set out. What color should this be? Perhaps maybe brown? Maybe this shade of green. Oh, this is a very nice green blue. I like it. Now so we were dispatched to the no, Congo, it's not magic. It's not magic, it's mystic. You may not think there is a difference, but I think there is a difference. It's a very important difference. And that difference is, we do not cast spells! You speak to a mystic martial artist, they can't cast spells. It is a skill, it is a skill. Anyone can learn it, anyone can learn it. You don't have to be some sort of wizard. Anyone can be a mystic martial artist. You mortals could too. You don't even have to be a powerful immortal being like me. You could be a mortal, you could learn it. There are mortals that practice. I was still a mortal when I was learning. Maybe... Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll create a second one that kind of follows in the same path, maybe. Yes, something like this. I bet we can get some great stuff out of this. Is it a monk subclass? It is a class. It is its own class. To think you would, oh, foolish mortals! It's too powerful and too all-encompassing to be a subclass. Now look at this. If we do it like this and this and this, we can create some sort of canal. Flowing underneath the street. Very nice. Look at that. Yes, it is exactly like Ki. Many fictional martial artists, they tap into their... It is possible many martial artists just can learn this. If you push to the limits of your human capacity, you can learn this without knowing anything about mystic martial arts. It is entirely possible to learn a technique or two without any knowledge. Just sheer human power. Sheer mortal skill. That's what's so interesting about mortals, isn't it? But yes, you can learn mystic martial art techniques without ever even remotely doing any sort of training, just by learning to punch and kick real good. Basically, it's you become in touch with, like I said, the elements are made out of aspects, and the aspects are determined by the heavens, which in turn is determined by the eyes of man. So, the mystic martial arts is simply a way of becoming more in tune with the fabric of reality and the caustic weave of fate. Something like this, maybe. Yes, ooh, very squeaky noises. Yeah, dragons, we were at dragons. Ooh, look at that little clothesline, that's very nice. we were at dragons. So dragons we shall discuss. Now, let's not do that then. So... Ooh, now it goes out that way. Well, let's... Actually, I kind of like how it turns. Let's do that. But yes, dragons. So we were sent out. So we were sent out to this desert region. All right, and we were sent out in search of a dragon because this dragon had been acting up a bit. Some mortals were starting to get suspicious. They'd seen it. So we were sent out to negotiate with the dragon. Diplomacy, not violence, diplomacy. We were sent out to negotiate with the dragon for, basically, would you please let well enough alone and kind of stop doing this. You know, stop endangering your whole position here. Because if you get found out by the mortals, they're going to start poking around. And if you start killing mortals to protect yourself, we're going to have to get involved. There may have been some threat of violence. Just a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! This is actually very nice. Look at all these. I'm loath to... I guess I'll connect up the ones where they don't have... I guess I'll connect them up in cool asymmetrical ways. So the dragon was not nearly as receptive to our deal as we had hoped. Ooh, let's do this at one lower level. Nope, that's not possible. Oh well. So it wasn't. It was like, no. Listen to me. I'm a dragon. You are puny, fleshy beings. Well, let me try and remember his voice. Let me try and imitate his voice. I am a dragon, and you mortals yet stand in front of me. You dare challenge me? You fools! You know not what you do. With but a gesture I could obliterate you and all that you love. You are as finite as the grains of sand upon which I rest. He was something like that. But the point is that diplomacy had kind of broken down. Diplomacy had kind of broken down with that. So we were at a loss. We gave him our terms. We said, you need to stop doing this or we're going to have problems. And he was like, no, I shall cause problems. So, fellow student of mine uses wind. He was a nice guy. I haven't been in contact with him much. But the point is, runs up, and they sent us in a group of 3, by the way. Very, very, very Naruto. That we didn't have a jonin. But no. The thing is, he just straight up, he spin kicks the dragon in the eye. He jumps up, flies up, spin kicks the dragon in the eye. And that, I have so much respect for him, because not even I had the audacity to be the one to make the first move. But he went and he did it. He went and did it. What a guy, right? Actually, let's connect this up here then. He went and he did it, and it totally worked. I mean, it didn't work. The dragon took basically no damage, but it was so cool. You had to be there. Anyway, we fought the dragon. So this engaged a battle against the dragon. It was me, the air practitioner, and somebody else who used earth. Is he still alive? Of course he's still alive. I don't have the tragic backstory of oh no, all my fellow pupils are dead. No. He's alive. I'm not in contact with anybody from the dojo anymore since well, let's just say I'm not an active member at the moment. But he's still alive, I assume. Yes, the damage the dragon took was pride. Exactly. It took the damage of pride. It had just boasted about how it could destroy us puny mortals, and one mortal had responded by spin kicking it in the eye. Yes. It was a foolish dragon. It was a foolish dragon to open itself up to such an attack. Maybe extend this one set further. And then, very nice. Like so. Yeah, I think that's this section done. So that leaves us a little. There's a space in the middle to play with. Let's work with this space in the middle a bit more. What kind of rolls do you make for pride damage? 2d8 plus 6. Off the top of my head, that might not be accurate. I'm not sure what edition we're using. But okay, so no. The overconfidence didn't kill the dragon. The dragon was still alive. And we fought the dragon for 3 days and 3 nights straight. Like I said, it was me, the Earth guy, and this lovely lady who used Earth. So it was fire, air, and earth against the dragon. Now, you wouldn't know it, but a dragon happens to be kind of resistant to those 3 elements. So we did not have an easy time of it. But oh, yes. Let me tell you about the way we finished it. There's a lot of details in the fight, but I'll skip to the end. I'll skip to the really good bit. I'll skip to the part where we combined our elements. Now, you have to have some level of of synchronization to pull this off. You can't just combine elements with anybody. You have to know the person. You have to get along with them. You have to be you don't have to be friends, but you do have to have a certain something. You have to, like, you can't just, you cannot be indifferent to that person's existence. That person must matter to you on some level. You must have given them some level of thought. There's got to be some sort of connection there. You should have brought a paladin to counter the dragon's fear aura and have more healing. I mean, if you want to play a paladin, having to be lawful good all the time is a bit of a drag. Oh yes, actually, yes. Let's do a spire here. Ooh. But let's have it be a different color. Let's have it be white. Yes. Oh, well, I shall welcome you back then, Shenoxil. I shall welcome you back once you return. Captain Planet is a prismatic being? Yes. Captain Planet is a prismatic being, and also very powerful. Yes, okay. So, where was I? Yes. We all combined our powers. We all combined our elements. And that is... Oh, it's the coolest. It's the coolest when it happens, because you're all just kind of doing your own thing. You know, you're taking your turns. Like, I just had a shot at the dragon, so it's your turn next. And, you know, he just hit me, so I'm gonna sit out for like a second. Your turn. And stuff like that. We tag in, we tag out. It was like 3 separate individuals who were fighting him. Mystic martial artists tend to be solo operators, so there's not a lot of call for teamwork of that type. Am I saying that heart isn't an element? What? Of course heart's an element. Are you kidding me? What do you think my second element... Like heart isn't just an element. Heart is the element. Every mystic martial artist user is using heart, because in order to activate your mystic martial arts, you must see through to the heart of oneself. Mystic martial arts connects the heart of all things with the heart of oneself, and you can't do that without heart. Also, Marty was the best. Marty was the best. And also had the most useful power, while Wheeler's was basically useless, but it made him seem super cool. I haven't seen that. I shouldn't say such things. I haven't seen that much Captain Planet. But yes, element, yes, element unity, all elements love. But here's here's the long and short of it. The is this working? Okay. The thing is plain and simple. Loving the circle we've got going on here. Thing of it is, we were not doing much. The dragon had taken damage, but so had we. We were kind of battered. We were really battered. So we decided to stake everything on one last-ditch joint attack, in which we would use all our remaining energy in a single strike as a combined attack. And if that didn't do it, we might be killed. But it was gonna be fine because it would totally work. We just didn't want to do it because, well, we'd gotten into a bit of an argument earlier. It was about some dumb school thing, but we were just think of it like a character development episode in an anime. We had to learn to work together. Ugh. But seriously, can I use the mystic element, use an element from the periodic table as a mystic martial artist? Can I perform zinc punches? Yes, you can. Obviously, like I said, everything's an element. Everything has aspects. If it's not an element already, then if you were a mystic martial artist, you could create it. You could be the person to use that element in combat. Now, the thing is, what we did was the Earth Practitioner. Yes, the auto generation aesthetics of this game are quite good. I'll gush about them in a bit. Once I finish the dragon, once I finish my description of this super cool thing that happened, I will gush more about it. Now, the deal is, Earth Practitioner uses his power, summons up a whole bunch of earth from beneath our feet. Not sand from the desert, but earth, soil, and rock, like a mixture of all things. And then I let loose and create a massive whirling maelstrom of fire. Like, I just overload my fire. Now this earth is lava. We've combined to create the aspect of lava, because this is a thing you can do. You can be a lava practitioner. You can be a lava practitioner if you are a mystic martial artist, but you have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to use elements. You can be a lava practitioner, but you have to learn how to do it. But if you have a fire practitioner and an earth practitioner in the same place at the same time, willing to work together with a team attack, you can just do lava. You don't need to. Neither of you needs to know how, because when you connect across the mystic weave of fate, you just know. You just know how your soul interlaces with that other person's, and you know in that moment how it all works. It's the knowledge. It's the knowledge of heaven. So here's the deal. Once we'd created this massive storm of lava, the wind practitioner applies they don't modify the element of lava, but instead they apply the aspects of a tornado to the attack, thus creating a surging, upwardly moving maelstrom of lava that simply roared across the face of existence. That's what they did. And it was great. And it surged upwards, and in a mighty conflagration, it burned the dragon. It burned the dragon! We actually succeeded in burning a dragon. It was the coolest. We managed to keep it up. We managed to keep it up for a full hour, and once we'd finished, the dragon was simply a skeleton. I really hope I don't have to fight a dragon again, though, because that took everything out of us. We wouldn't have even attempted the team attack, because the aftermath was we were all drained. Somebody had to come out and get us. If we'd been stronger, wouldn't have needed that. But it was the coolest. Right, gushing about how good Townscaper is. The overhangs and ilk that it creates look great, precisely, because everything, it all follows a set rule set, but that rule set is both very simple and very complex. Like these, if you'll notice, I remove this bit, I put it back in. I remove it, I put it back in. You always get that lamp and that configuration of bushes, but I don't know exactly how it works. So now that we've got this whole massive thing, let's see if we can do some chiseling. See if we can chisel some bits. see here. What if the dragon simply replaced itself with a skeleton of a dragon and left? It could not have done that. It could not have done that. Trust me. Because if it had, we would have detected it. We would have detected, like the dragon wasn't exactly hiding out. If the dragon like was going to continue doing what it's doing, if it wasn't dead, we would have found it by now. The lava everywhere was also a pain to deal with after the fact. Okay, so here's the thing about mystic martial arts. The elements don't stay around. They don't, like, we can make it's not just making them, like, appear, we can also make them vanish. And it's the same for natural occurrences of the element. Like, for example, if I walk over to somebody with, like, if I'm touching a fire, I can make it go out. That's pretty simple. I think that's pretty... I was gonna carve it out. Actually, that kind of looks nice. We'll do that. Oh, but now there's this... Never mind. It makes an overhang. Do you think they have lifts inside, or is it all stairs? Well, you don't need... you don't need stairs. You just jump from one floor. Mortals, don't tell me you don't just jump from one floor of a building to another. You just jump, you just leave out the window and jump to another floor, don't you? That's how you get around. That's how everyone gets around, isn't it? So in this game, there's only a single type of blocks. A voxel is either empty or filled. Yes, that's the beauty of it. Everything I'm doing is with single clicks. I'm not deliberately creating any kind of type. I'm like what determines what is a thing, like what a block is determined by its relation to the other blocks around it and its location. That's pretty cool, in my opinion. Let's yeah, let's make that something like that, and we'll something like that. Surprisingly nice. You can make a ladder that's as tall as the entire building. Really interesting. I'm not quite sure how to do ladders. I mostly played this right when it came out. So they've added things like they can make floating cities in this game. They can make cities that float, cities that fly. But you require a perfect circle, and I don't have a perfect circle. So looking at this, what's the? I mean, this is already looking pretty good, but let's just kind of chisel out a bit more. Aha! Look at that. Isn't that something nice? Ooh, let's do that from ground floor level. Ooh. Yes, look at that. You can only get it by making this this specific chisel pattern. You can only get that one triangular window. Place 2 blocks on an outer edge. So okay, so of like a building. Let's experiment with this real quick. Let's experiment with this. If we make a building that has that is one of those ones where it's like this, where it has the roof that is also the ground. If we make something like this, and then we place 2 blocks on an outer edge. We gotta make it bigger. We gotta make it bigger if we want this to work. Because otherwise it'll regain symmetry. One, 2, 3, 4. Neo-Venezuela in the making. Oh, I said Venezuela, but you said Venezia. That's dumb of me. They're 2 different places. They both have visas, but they're 2 different places. That's foolish of me. What sick bastard would make a giant ladder? A man named Hideo Kojima. Avoid him at all costs. He will eat your soul. So, 2 blocks outside edge. No, I'm not seeing it. Oh! Aha! Yes! Yes. Yes. What Congo said was right. You just take the... You take the ceiling. So if we look where we can apply this, there's actually not many... We don't actually have anywhere that's like... that type. But we could totally do it. We could totally do it. What? Another story to tell. Because, wow, it's only been an hour and 50 minutes. Normally time goes super fast. But it's all nice and slow and chill here. We'll just let this sit. We'll just let this sit. The magic ARS currency once you get super chat. Oh well, I'll really appreciate that. I actually have Streamlabs donations or whatever, the tips thing. I think I have that activated. I just don't put it in the descriptions of my videos because money to me. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, models? That'd be ridiculous. I don't even like, I haven't set up notifications for it or anything. It's just kind of there. I don't want to even touch it. But super chat, we should get that in a million billion years. So then you'll get to do your ARS meme magic. Yes, the giant spire. It'll reach from floor to roof. Oh, it did work there. Oh, actually, that produced something really good. We're keeping that. Look at that. You want to get up there? You want to get up there? You want to get up to this this floor? You live in this building here. If you live in this building here, tough luck. You gotta climb this. When it comes to coin and meme coin, there's so many things with so many memes that I'm just not familiar with. Like oof. The depth of human knowledge is incredible. The depth of mortal knowledge is incredible. So that I'm oof. What a thrill. With darkness and silence in the night, through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. Wap 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 wap. Maybe we should... Oh man, Snake Eater, such a good... It's not my favorite Metal Gear track, because my favorite Metal Gear track will always be So I Can't Say Goodbye to Yesterday, because of the ending of MGS2. But Snake Eater, it doesn't miss. It simply doesn't miss. Snake Eater's great. I can't wait to get back to playing Metal Gear Solid 2 with you guys. I've gotta once this is done, I gotta work on the schedule sharpish, I guess. I don't know when to put it out there because I don't want to clash with people I want to watch. That's the thing. There's so many VTubers that I want to watch. Actually with the time slots that I've got in mind. I might start streams a bit earlier for the game streams. So I might start a bit earlier. Maybe like you know how this one started at 4 PM GMT. I might start starting at 2 PM GMT for most of them. I might go as early as 12 PM GMT. But yeah, the games should probably be in the same configuration as they were this week. So Metal Gear would be like the first one. Oh, Peace Walker's OST, really good. When heavens divide, and obviously you've got love deterrence. I'm just looking at all this perfection, and I'm wondering how can we improve it. Well, that's actually a good point. Let's make something over here, and we'll make it purple. Peace Walker as a whole is really underrated. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know how. I don't even know how it's possible. It's not possible. It's impossible. So I shouldn't say it. But streaming multiplayer Peace Walker would be great. Because I only ever went through it solo, and it's a game that has multiplayer for like all of it. But when I played through Peace Walker, I enjoyed Peace Walker more than Metal Gear Solid 5, which is basically Peace Walker 2. Oh yes, oh man, the lyrics to Love Deterrence. I love how Oh man, the way Kojima manages to like have a reason for why Japanese is involved through cars. It's always funny to me. You should sing that next time you get a redeem. Oh wow, wow! Congo singing "Love the Torrents." That is a. I'll be very impressed if you do that, because that is a song. Ooh, that is a song and a half. You could do it though, Congo. You sing good. You sing with soul, with passion. Oh, the multiplayer exclusive weapons. I only found out about stuff like the human slingshots so recently as to completely boggle the mind. Actually, can I do... Oh, I've moved it a bit. Can I... There's a... Just kind of something... on its own that... No, I'm thinking of some sort of lighthouse kind of thing. Like some tiny little thing. But I can't make it. I don't know the rules to Townscaper. I'm just playing along. Peace Walker gets slept over because it came out on PSP and after portable ops. Well, I have never played it on PSP. I played it on the PlayStation 3 because that's where I played. I played like pretty much all of my Metal Gear. I played some beforehand, but back in the day, my my way of playing Metal Gear was simple. Obviously, you simply have a PlayStation 3 with Metal Gear Solid 1 like loaded onto it, the digital version, and then you have the Metal Gear Solid collection with 2, 3, and Peace Walker. And then you're done. You're done, mortals. You have all the Metal Gear you need. And 4 is also on the PS3. The PS3 is the ultimate Metal Gear gaming device, especially since 4 is not available on anything else, as far as I know. Actually, no, let's keep this low. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. But we'll ditch everything else. So, something like that. Something like that. Oh, you never had a wireless internet when you had a PSP, so you never knew about multiplayer. You've not... Oh, man. If there's so many great games on PSP with multiplayer, no one to play them with. I would have died if I had a regular Dissidia partner. Like, to play with. Like a real human being. A real human being to play Dissidia with would have been amazing. Alright. Man, we're still so... we might make a new... Should we make a new one? No, there's so much more that can be done. What? Eliminating the waterways, maybe? That's not really my style, but... Okay. We're gonna create a new town. We're going to maybe go off Yellow District, or something like that. We'll go off Yellow District, and we'll make a path out. Oh no. That's it. That's literally the limit. So that's not gonna work. What about in this direction? Are we free in this direction? Let's go in this direction as far as we can. Nope, nothing beyond this point. So we're just gonna make something really massive over here. One more district. Oh, you played X-Death exclusively, Congo. Congo, that is precisely the character that I would think that you would play. With the he's so perfect for you, Congo. With the way how he's focused on counters and he has such a slow movement. He's so imposing. He's intimidating. He dominates the battlefield with his presence. He walks towards you so slowly, but. Oh, you could dash to him real quick and attack, but you're scared. You're scared because he can teleport! Like, Abhorrent, I'm not sure if they improved him for Duodecim, but I always found, like, I can't play X-Death at all, but fighting against X-Death was very interesting. Because he's counter-based. Not as annoying as the Emperor. If you replace the water with an endless void, it would look like it came from Gravity Rush. Well, this is similarly European inspired architecture. So yes, it's very much Gravity Rush-esque. I love Gravity Rush. I hadn't played Gravity Rush for the longest time, but I'm glad I eventually did, because Cat is great. Cat is one of the best girls. And it's so nice. Da 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 da. Oh man, a red apple fell from the sky. Great track. Ah, he's abhorrent in that he's strong. Oh man, I didn't know about the meta. I have no knowledge of the Dissidia meta because I didn't have anyone to play with. I just used everybody because I played the single player. Because Dissidia, while a fighting game, is also an RPG, and that's what allowed it to hold my interest, like fighting games cannot without other people. I need other people to play fighting games with, and I really enjoy fighting games with, but I'm not as polished as I could be, mortals, at fighting games because I don't have anyone to play them. But at Dissidia, I have the skills. Not NT, obviously not NT. But at regular Dissidia, I have the skills. I have the power. Duodecim improved a lot of things. I think the most radical change Duodecim brought about was Bart's, and how they edited Bart's moveset because of the new characters. When it comes to Duodecim characters, I really like playing Laguna. Long range. Ah, Shantoto and that amazing laugh. And also all that rhyming. I really want to... Oh, man. Mortals. Someday, possibly, perhaps in the future, some glorious day. I don't know when, and I don't know where, but maybe one day we could play Final Fantasy XI together on one of those fan servers, or something like that. Because I haven't played Final Fantasy XI, and I want to play Final Fantasy XI. I play 14, but I missed the boat on 11. I wasn't in the right... I couldn't play MMOs when 11 was in its big boom. And every time somebody talks about Final Fantasy XI, my heart soars because they make it sound like one of the greatest adventures, like, of their lives. As if it was this kind of mystical journey, and I wanna know what that is. Because I'm sure it was a game that they made with passion and love. So I really want to experience it. There are still official servers. When I say fan servers, I was just thinking about cost, because if you want to play on an official server, you need a subscription, and spending money to play Final Fantasy XI with me is, well, I mean, come on, it's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Maybe someday. I wanna. Ooh, this like they've got gamblers in the form of corsairs there and stuff like that. Blue mages. You could be a dragoon. I remember reading. Oh, Final Fantasy XI is an amazing experience. Corpse, I'm so glad to see you here. Hi, how's it going? Oh man, I'm sure it was. Oh, bye Mario Rossi. Enjoy your grocery shopping. Oh man, I would read as a child when it was brand new. I would go on the internet and I would read the web page about the description of the classes, and I would go, one day I will play Final Fantasy XI one day, and then I never did. Alas. Yeah, yeah. With MMOs, you've got to stick with them, I find, which is why. You know, they can be fickle mistresses. Perhaps Final Fantasy XI more so. I believe it's quite a different beast from something like 14. It can be much more brutal, which is another good reason to play it. But I've sadly only dabbled. But man, to be there in the heyday, to be on the front lines of adventure. You thought I was going to say I'd start speaking in rhymes? I can't speak in rhyme. Not even some of the time. Requires too much brain power. Couldn't keep it up for even an hour. See, the problem is, when I just did that, my brain was like, okay, you made this thing sound the same. You made this sound at the end, and then this sound at the end of that next bit, and they both sound the same, so you're good. But they have different. They don't like. Whenever I do rhyming, I immediately go this. It has to have like the right amount of syllables in it. It has to be good. It has to be good musically. So I can't do rhyming. Oh, yeah, you wanted a RuneScape membership, but you forgot about the game by the time you had a job? Yeah. Some of us couldn't convince our parents to get an Adventure Quest Battle Pass or whatever, to become a Guardian. Mart the Destroyer of Dreams, Congo. Aside from what has kind of popped up in Final Fantasy XIV, I don't know anything about stuff like Mart. The pioneers used to ride these babies for miles. Oh man, back in the Wild West days, everything's so rote now. I was too young for the Wild West days of MMOs and stuff like that. Everything's so rote. We have created massive swath of land here. Let's see what we can do with it. Are we still on purple? Have we done anything? We've done something with purple. We need a new color. Brown? How's brown? Do you wish... Oh, yes, of course, Congo. I'm always eager to learn. I would love to know about Mart. Oh, Adventure Quest takes you back, Rare Rodent. Oh, back in the day, I played Adventure Quest. I dabbled in Adventure Quest. I dabbled in Dragon Fable. Or Mech Quest. Mech Quest, though. Mech Quest was my jam. It's all made by the same people. But Mech Quest, where you're a mecha pilot delivering pizza and doing lightsaber fights in the dojo. And being a rookie police officer, uncovering a conspiracy about rats, werewolves, and pies. Rats? Werewolves. Were-rat. Robina Hood was cute. Yes, this is true. I couldn't tell you now who Best Girl was, but Robina Hood was cute. Oh, you play too much MechQuest and AQ Worlds? Yeah, I feel that. I started like a new game like 7 different times, and I was always like, maybe one day I'll be a star captain and have my own ship. I'll have paid the money to get the extra content. Never did. Wait, did that make... Oh, look at that. Look at that position. Guys. Mortals. That's a beehive. Let's go. I just got to figure out what color to put this in. So, Mart was a normal-looking old man who you had to speak with to break through the level limit. When you hit 70, he challenged you to a duel to unlock 75, and he was not only a level 70 monk, he was level 70 of whatever your class was. Many classes simply had no chance of defeating Matt without copious preparation. Oh, I love seeing this is the kind of stuff. And to achieve one of the rarest items in the game, his hat, you had to beat him with every class. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff. You know what you get for getting all classes to max in Final Fantasy XIV? A bird. That's it. A really cool looking bird, but not worth the effort, honestly. You somehow got a lifetime membership on MechQuest. Lucky. You had all that content that we didn't have access to. Oh boy. Really trip down memory lane here, people. Yeah. Many people hopping over from various... Yeah, you can make all sorts of narratives. Like, you got the white people. You got the people of the white building over here. You got them just kind of standing there in their ivory tower, and then you got the chill light blues over here. They might pop over to be like, hey, how you doing? And then you've got there's obviously a bit of long-standing animosity between the reds and the yellows. Yeah, Dragon Fable was nice. I preferred MechQuest because it was Adventure Quest but with mechs, but Dragon Fable was nice. It was different but nice. Time to do your yearly login to Adventure Quest Worlds. Just look at your pointlessly rare items. Oh, that's the... Oh, that... Oh... That's an obscure feel. I felt it for some things, but that's an obscure feel. That's me with gacha. That's me with Fate Grand Order. Let me check in every once in a billion years to do a roll. Actually, I should say this. Yesterday, I got to talking with someone about. I think I got to talk to someone about Fate Grand Order. No. I was watching somebody's. I was watching Congo's VOD. I was watching Congo's VOD, and he talked about how he plays Fate Grand Order, which is in a way that is completely insane, mind you, that I cannot even process or fathom, and it scares me deep in my soul. But he plays with no Saint Quartz at all. But the thing is, that made me go, all right, guess I'll boot up Fate Grand Order for the first time in like 2-3 months or something. And then I rolled on one of the banners. I rolled on like one of the banners because I wanted Benny Enma when Benny Enma first came out. I rolled on a banner. I got the 5-star rate up, which was Benny Enma. 110 roll. That's it. I shouldn't say gacha stories. Gacha stories aren't very interesting. I'm sure people who don't play gacha have no interest in it, and I shouldn't have any interest in it because gacha is literally the devil. It's a cursed thing, mortals. It's a cursed thing. Don't succumb to gacha. Don't trust the gacha. Never trust the gacha. I'm kind of glad for some of my time I've spent with Fate Grand Order because it gave me some nice stories, but the gacha is hell. The gacha is hell. And I don't spend money on gacha. It's so much hell. Something like this. Is this the... Yeah, this is a new color. The inevitable Tsukihime tie-in event and wailing for Arc. Oh no! Oh no. I can see them doing that. They probably are going to do that. Oh well. I've never been on board with the crossovers. The crossovers are a bit much in my opinion. Wait. I love the cute chimney this house has. It'll lose it if we move it in this direction. So let's move it this direction and... So how do I create the beehive? I mean, okay, so should I just walk, just briefly, should I walk everyone here through my, like, not my collection of servants, but some notable servants that I really like that I have in Fate Grand Order? I won't if you guys don't want it, because I understand that hearing about gacha can be just the worst. It does work really well with the other. Yes, these houses are charming. Yes. Yes. So lovely. They're so lovely and nice. Look at that. Such simple graphics. This is what I'm saying. I'm always saying this. Art style. It's all about the art style. How do you even have FGO Arcade? Is it possible to have FGO Arcade? I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do. Unless you've gone to an arcade that had FGO Arcade. And you have like a card. Okay. So. First off. I'll go through my dedicated person for each class. Saber. For the Saber class card, my resident servant is Nero Claudius, red version. Simple, elegant. She's Nero. She's great. Fate Extra was great. She's not as good. Like there some stuff. She gets a bit flanderized. Her character gets a bit. Oh look, it's Nero. This is how Nero is. And it's kind of to her detriment because she's such an interesting character in Fate Extra. The characters are so interesting in Fate Extra. Ooh, look at these little booties. But Saber, it's Nero. It's red Nero. It's Umu. It's Umu. It's always gonna be Umu. For Archer, it's Archer from Fate Stay Night. It's literally just Archer from Fate Stay Night, which is cool because he's also nameless and extra. So I have 2 extra servants on my team. I also have Tamamo, but she's not my main caster. I'll say who my main caster is in a bit when I get to it. Lancer would be the next one. And the Lancer, it will immediately tell you what another one of my ones is. But my resident Lancer that I use the most. That my gold Lancer that I use. Well, not that I use because I don't play it. I should say why I like Archer, but I mean it's kind of a spoiler for the Fate's Day Night VM. Point is, the whole my Lancer is Kiyohime swimsuit version. And I will spare you the gushing, because I could gush for an endless amount of time about Kiyohime. I think she's lovely. I think she's great. I think she deserves the world and everything in it. And I think she looks so damn cool with a Naginata, which is an elegant, elegant spear, one of the best pole arms. So I wanted to make more bee. I mean, I've kind of just been idly clicking, and I've already made. I've made some interesting stuff, but I really wanted to get the whole beehives going. Whoa, this is nice. We got this little thing. But yes, Kiyohime. No, don't uo of Kiyohime. But yeah, Kiyohime is so cute, so best. All right, moving on. Cavalry servants. We've done the knight servants. Cavalry servants. So I don't tell lies. Not to Kiyohime. Not to Kiyohime. Before Kiyohime, I would tell the naked truth. Listen, I would end my own life before I even considered telling a single lie to Kiyohime about anything. And that's why I love her. Now, the cavalry servants, that's Rider, Caster. I don't remember the order the game puts them in, but it's Rider, Caster, Berserker. I know Berserker's last. Rider, Caster, Assassin. We'll just go Rider, Caster, Assassin. Rider. Ooh, this is nice. Let's do more of this. Oh. There we go. Oh, nope. We want that mailbox to stay. Yeah, something to get these people down to the beach. And then, oh, look, it makes manholes. So, Rider. Can I seriously not remember who my gold Rider is? Oh, right, I think, because I have favorite silver servants. Like, for Lancer, I used Romulus for the longest time. And for Rider, I used Boudica for the longest time. Boudica's great. Boudica's sorely, like, underrepresented in, like, they should give him more stuff. For Rider, my gold ones are the pirates, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's the pirates, the dual pirates. I might have to check. I would really hate it if there was one I was forgetting. It's Anne Bonny and Mary Read. For Assassin, we're gonna do Assassin before Caster, because for Assassin it's Carmilla is a secondary one, but for Assassin, one of the reasons I got the game, back before I had even truly experienced Fate, I'm ashamed to admit it, but how I got into Fate by watching Unlimited Blade Works, the anime, and then I watched Fate Zero, and then I got into Fate Grand Order, and only after all that did I start reading the VN, and I was a fool to do so. You should read the VN if you want to get into Fate. You should read Fate's Day Night. It's an amazing read. You should like, oh, can't recommend it enough. But the point is, my main one, Kiritsugu Emiya. Emiya Assassin. That is my assassin. Because he has Kronos Ruros, and can you keep up with him? Actually, I kind of want to do something like, something like that. I want to connect it to the rest of the world. Excellent. Oh, and it's got this. Oh, it's got that. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Yes, yes, gather ye rosebuds while you may. I got that reference. I got that reference. Yes, it was very nice. That's the Yeah, the full title of Chronos Rose is Gather Ye Rosebuds when you... Oh, while you may. Chronos Rose. I said it right just the other second. Yes. Fate Zero is great, but I feel like people who come into it from Fate Zero kind of get the wrong impression of Fate. I feel like that's possible to get. But, why did they... Oh. I mean... I still managed to make his NP gain work. Crit stars for days. I'm really sorry if I'm boring anyone with this gacha talk. Ugh, gacha. Gacha. I'm impure, I'm unclean. I must be cleansed. I actually kind of like those two standing back together. It's like they've got each other's backs. It's like these houses are me and you, mortals. We've got each other's backs. But yes. And then for Caster. Caster is another... Caster is a limited 5-star Da Vinci that I somehow rolled right when I was about to start Camelot. And I love Da Vinci. Love her. She's great. Yeah, that'll do. I think that way works. My eyes are starting to hurt from all the... Ooh, my eyes are starting to hurt from all the pastel coloring. Hold on, let me just close them and concentrate my energy. I have awakened! I have awakened! But yes, Da Vinci. Da Vinci is amazing. Da Vinci's great. Love her. Uomo Universale! Like, oh man, so many great characters are just in the gacha. That's the real problem. Like, I'd watch a Grail War with these people. Give me a Grail War with the Fate Grand Order servants in a non-Fate Grand Order context. Not, like, some of them can really work. Some of them can really shine. Like, everyone from Medib to Florence. Oh, Florence Nightingale's really cool, but I don't have her. I really like her. She hits a dude with a bed. Like, they updated one of her attack animations to be hitting a dude with a bed, and it's so cool. Yeah, Da Vinci is an arts canon. So powerful. Yeah, mortals, if it's hard to look at all this pastel stuff, you just simply close your eyes and listen to the soothing sound of my voice and focus your energy. Meditate. So, I've gone through everything except Berserker. Oh, look at that. I've gone through everything except Berserker, and I don't think I need to tell you, but you know who my Berserker is. It's Kiyohime that I have grailed to 100. All my grails have been spent on Kiyohime and Kiyohime Lancer. I would still have to get another grail to get Lancer all the way up to 100. Ooh! You've brought up the topic, Michael Bailey, you've brought up the topic of Florence and the Machine's cover of the song Stand By Me used for Final Fantasy 15, which, irrespective of, like, whatever one might think about the game, is a pretty good cover of a pretty great song. Oh, I know something we can do here. That's really cool. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make stairs. We're gonna make stairs together. We haven't done stairs this whole time because stairs are hard, but we're gonna try and do stairs. Yes, Congo probably has better taste than me. I don't know specifically how, but Congo seems to be superior to me in every way, so I wouldn't doubt it. But yes, honestly, not the biggest fan of Final Fantasy 15. It was a miss. It was a miss. And it could have been great. It could have been great. But the story of its development is a troubled one. No Babbage. Oh, right! Funny you should say that. You know how I was saying that I used silvers back before I had the golds? When it comes to silvers, Silver Riders, it's Boudica. When it comes to Lancers, it's Romulus. When it comes to casters, you know I was using Babbage. You know it. You know I was using Babbage. He's a mech. Okay, how does one make stairs? I know you make stairs by having like an alley. I don't understand this. How do you make stairs? I know it's something to do with the... I genuinely cannot for the life of me figure that. Well, I guess we'll just be making a tall alley then. I really wanted to elevate this. You don't know any key techniques, Congo, but I suspect if we were to fight, before I could unleash any of my techniques upon you, I would find that I had no breath left. That my head would be on the floor. That's what I'm suspicious of. Oh, I've frozen. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a technical difficulties minute here. Oh. Haha! And here I was being like, oh no, the scuff. I'm sorry for the scuff, but more scuff, unbeknownst to me, it awaited. How shameful, mortals! I'm bad with... I wish to explain to you that I am bad with mortal technology, because I am. I am the worst at it. The fact that I can even operate this machine is a blessing. Oh, Congo! Congo, he sneak attacked me, he killed me! Before I could even challenge him to combat. This is a man you do not wish to cross, because he has the element of surprise and stealth on his side. Yes, that's good. And then we'll just add some windows here. Really, did that destroy anything? No. Anyway, let's see what you guys have been saying. Oh yes, Congo only uses 1 star and 2 stars. Oh. I don't even know how he can do it. He is a legend. He's a legend among legends. Carmine Rider. Am I still so? Okay, so I am audible. Okay. As Congo just okay. Wow, there's a really big delay. I turned off the mute a while ago. I'm sorry that it takes so long for my what I'm saying to reach you. It hits my live like here in OBS. I'm not sure if there's another way I should be doing it, but I'm just looking at the OBS version of the live chat, and it says that the latest one was at 150 yada 54. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Okay, so what about yeah. I mean, that's what I wanted. What I wanted when I assume it's a pride thing with Congo because I mean I shouldn't be sad. He's probably explaining already because of the delay. We live in different worlds, mortals. I can only catch up to you. I can only chase after you endlessly, mortals. We can never meet. I'm chasing after your reflections, your shadows. But talking about Final Fantasy 15 and how it was originally Versus 13. Yes, it was around for years and years and years before. Oh man, it's a whole thing. Suffice it to say, I don't know what would have happened if Nomura got to make his Versus 13. but I feel like I would have enjoyed it more than 15. That's all I'll say on the matter. And also that I'm very looking forward to 16 and the great work that Yoshi P is gonna do. There's at least a minute to that. That sucks because I'm pretty sure my settings it's the minimum 30. Minimum 30 seconds. Can you keep up with chat? That's really gonna be a problem. I gotta I mean, I say I gotta figure out what the issue is, but oh, look at this. It just kinda, that's kinda weird. But yes, oh man. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm so sorry that it takes so long for me to talk with you. But okay, so Townscaper, okay, good. Demonic power interacts poorly with technology. That's probably it. I do have the, I break things. Let me, oh, thank you, Congo. Thank you for the fact that you're going to talk to me about it afterwards. So, let me drop some lore on you about me, Carmine Phlegethorn, a powerful being. I break things. Just by being around them, I cause objects to break. It's not through use, it's simply... Like, if I read a book, I will read a book in the most careful way. I will read a book normally. The book will take damage, simply from being read by me. That is the kind of existence I lead. You see why I'm called a cursed being? It's simply the worst. It's simply the worst. My headphones that I currently have on, my ghost headphones, which are created out of a Phantom Spectre, which is why you cannot see them. But the headphones that I'm wearing right now, were I to take them off, the earmuff parts would fall out. I have to align them with my head every time when I put my earphones on. And I only recently got a new computer chair after the one that I was using had, you know, the wheels would continually go off. The wheels would simply, I would have to put the wheels back in every so often, or else I'd, they just keep falling out. It wouldn't matter how many times I put them back in. Are mystic beings inimical to technology? Yeah, possibly. What about a demonic tome of eldritch lore? You shouldn't be looking in those. But if I was to touch one, it would depend on the demon. But one of us would certainly take damage, because I would either punch the demon lurking in the tome. Listen, all tomes about demonology have demons inside them. This isn't even up for debate. They're all just filled with demons. They want you to open the book and let them out. Don't do it. Don't pull a mist. Don't believe their lies. Alright. Actually, I think... Okay. So, I honestly think we're looking about done. I might just add this. Right there. But I think we're about done. I think we've got the purple district, the other... Like, all of these districts. This all looks... very nice. It's the way I play Townscaper. Other people might play Townscaper in different ways, certainly with a better aesthetic sense than mine. If you play Townscaper, you mortals will probably make something better than this. But I think we're gonna wrap up the stream. I think we're gonna do one, like we'll maybe build like one more tiny edition. Maybe just do some more dotting. But we're wrapping up the stream. Don't pull a what? Yes, I said mist. I said mist when I said don't pull a what. I said mist. Is it hard to hear me? Am I not coming through clearly? Is the connection fuzzy? Is my connection to the mortal realm fuzzy? Oh yeah, there's a demon. There's totally a demon lurking inside the Monster Girl encyclopedia. The problem is that it's a succubus. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Oh, man, I mean, like, I don't want to, yeah, I suppose we should wrap up, because I like to give fair warning, I like to give clear warning when we're about to wrap up before I do so. But there's not much more to add. I mean, there's always more to add, but I feel like we're pretty much done. I don't want to... See, just there? That didn't add much. This wide open space is a good bit. We're gonna start subtracting when we do these things. Actually, did that add a lot of bushes? See, I'm getting caught up. We gotta wrap up. We've got to wrap up. This has been delightful. And if you ever have any questions, listen. If you ever have any questions about my experience with mystic martial arts, my adventures of demonology, my experiences in monster hunting, anything about my lore, as you call it, feel free to hit me up. I will dole this out anywhere, anytime. It can be during a stream. It can be on Twitter. You can tweet at me, or you can DM me, or whatever. It can be anywhere. So if there's because the point of this stream was for you to know a bit more about my character, my persona, the true self that is Carmine Phlegathon. So yes, I hope to I hope to see you all for that in the future, and I hope to explain in depth why I am simply the most amazing, powerful being. But yes, thank you everyone for coming. I'll not run long. Thank you, Congo. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you everybody who is lurking and not talking. I see you. My wicked eye sees all. But yes, thank you.